Good evening, one and all. Welcome to another episode of Caribbean Feedback. My name is Curtis Henry. I will be your moderator this evening. I'm getting some feedback on feedback. That's good. Everything cleared up. How y'all doing this evening?
Doing well. How are you?
I am too blessed to be stressed. I'm good. Mr. Archer, how are you today?
I am 5 blessed, my brother. 5 blessed.
5x.
Yeah.
Well, I do not believe our esteemed guest, Mr. Mark Chase, will be joining us this evening. So I do apologize on his behalf for anyone tuning in expecting to hear that baritone voice, that presence that Mr. Chase so kindly lends to the show on a weekly basis. He will not be here this evening. So you all will just have to put up with Sam and myself. I'm getting some feedback. Good night, Lucy O'Brien. How
you doing? By Sam and yourself. That's bright. What me there?
You have a baritone voice?
No.
All right, then. Sit down on the side and settle yourself. It's the man thing going on here. All right? Just calm down. You better hope Judith come on. Otherwise, it's trouble for you this evening.
Not struggle. I hold my own. You don't worry about
I ain't say struggle. I say it's trouble for you this evening.
It's trouble.
Mercy.
Trouble. You have 2 men to deal with. So hope Judith join you and she can bail you out of some situations. Good night, Lucy O'Brien. How you doing there? How is the weather? How is the vibe? How is the situation down there on that beautiful sunny island that I'm missing? Talk to us in the chat, Lucy. Let me know how things are going back home. How things are going in your village. Everything stopped. When I stop talking, I hear, okay, it's my echo I'm hearing coming back at me. That's what it is.
You probably have to do a little adjustment.
Adjust the adjustment.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, I know this is when I speak, I'm hearing that echo coming back at me. Nevertheless, we are going to go right into the show. No waste of time here on Caribbean Feedback. So, Mr. Archer.
Yes, sir.
What you do best? Run the thing.
What I do best? Oh, run the thing. Okay, yes. We're gonna run the thing right now. We're running.
My name is Karin Forrester. I represent BantuKreations. BantuKreations offers beautifully made, African-inspired, lightweight, handcrafted, one-of-a-kind earrings in wonderful shapes, shades, sizes, and colors. Please don't be scared of the large sizes. They're extremely lightweight earrings. BantuKreations can be found on IG and on Facebook as BantuKreations. That's BantuKreations with a K.
Check me out, chriskeys.com. I'm worldwide.
Tony Altamirano.
Hi, I'm Gina.
What's up, everybody? I'm Win Vu, award-winning remixer.
Koya, I'm an artist.
Hi, my name's Justina Bethel.
Hi, I'm Mike Bowen from Denton, Texas.
How you doing? This is Tom Cutt from Music by Tom Cutt. Check out Samuel E. Archer's book, Hybrid Executive. We are in the business, and here's how you can be a better business person because you're running your business.
You can find my music at JustinaBeth_EL on Instagram or JustinaBethel.com, and I am a hybrid executive.
I'm a hybrid executive.
I'm a hybrid executive, just like you.
Follow me at Koya Music, and I'm also a hybrid executive.
I'm worldwide, baby, but just know I'm a hybrid executive. That's all you need to know, baby.
Get on up, B.
Check out my music, MikeBowen.com. I'm a hybrid executive.
I'm a hybrid executive.
Yes. And we are back. So Lucy said it's raining cats and dogs these days. For those of you who don't really understand that, it's not really cats and dogs falling from the sky, but
Really?
it's just a lot of rain.
Seriously.
Sometimes Jamaicans have different sayings, you know.
Jamaicans.
So I don't know. Maybe when you all say cats and dog, maybe dog and puss probably falling out of the sky. I don't know. So when we say cats and dogs, I was just trying to explain to you as a non-Trinidadian, what is it we're speaking about?
Explain to anyone that cats and dogs
when we say
from the sky.
Okay, look, she talking there. She felt bad.
Hi, Lucy.
You see how she brighten up? We want to encourage folks the like button, and if you haven't subscribed as yet, please subscribe. We're on Facebook and YouTube, and you know, there's some people who say you would like to change. There's some people who say you like to change, Mr. Henry.
Who that I would like to change?
Yeah, people you would like.
No, sir, no. I've made that mistake in my life trying to change people. Speak about the devil, they show up. But no, I've made that mistake trying to change people. That will not work. That will never work.
That one hand, shake it.
Some people just too stubborn and stuck in their ways. They can and will never change, not even for their own benefit. They will not do it. They will never do it.
I make me see the smile, man. Not take it out because I see.
Good night, Dr. Judith.
Good night.
Blow skirts, pants, shirt.
How are you doing there?
I'm very illuminated and excited.
Okay, let me see if this works. Let me see if this works. Hi, darling.
There has to be a certain tonality, right?
I know it works. It works when Sam says it. I was just trying.
No, it worked with you. No, it worked.
No, you don't make Sam feel special.
Listen, everybody is special in their own way, in their own time. And it depends on how wonderful I feel that makes me think that you're very special, okay?
That's right.
I just graduated tonight from the Board of Commissioners of Rockdale County.
Yay, congratulations.
Academy, Government Academy.
Okay, before I start clap, you say what exactly does this mean when you say you graduate? Graduate from what? I don't know.
It's an academy started by the county that I live in. It's an academy for citizens academy. And so they choose 20 people a year to enter this program. And you go through all the rigors of each level of government and the court system and all of these things you're acquainted with and whatever. And I started it and I finished it and I want to go to my bed now.
So you're not part of the elite?
I said, who?
Are you now part of the elite of your
let
country?
me tell you a funny thing. One of the ladies said to me, there are a lot of government officials, a lot of women, mostly our color. And at the end of the graduation tonight, this lady said to me, somebody asked me if you're a Delta. You know, I was going to say to her, I have flown Delta, but I'm not a Delta.
I think you may not be a Delta.
I'm the least interested in those kind of things.
You might be a spirit, not a Delta.
Thanks, Lucy O'Brien.
So
guys,
tonight
I came on to say hello, and I love you all, but I gotta go.
No. Okay, tonight we want to talk about the company you keep. I want to say the company, Sam, I don't mean Muzilog Magazine. Karin, I don't mean BantuKreations.com. We're not talking about Excel Media Enterprise when I talk about the company you keep. I'm talking about these people we have surrounding us. Some of the children go to school and they come home talking about my friend and my friend. Hold on, no. That is your classmate.
Thank you.
That is your classmate.
Thank you very much.
Be very careful. My grandmother used to say, friends will carry you, but they won't bring you back. And she drilled this in our heads. I was about 6-7 years old. I've been hearing this. Friends will carry you, but they won't bring you back. And we had to make sense out of what she was saying. What type of people do you associate with and refer to them as friends? Way too many times that word is often misused. We meet a total stranger today, find that we share some of the same interests, we share a few stories, spend some time socializing with them, and without realizing it, we somehow begin to refer to them as a friend.
Not I.
A very good friend of mine, the Oxford Dictionary, defines the word friend as a person whom one knows and with whom one has a bond of mutual affection, typically exclusive of sexual or family relations. Throughout the course of our lives, we meet and interact with several individuals or groups of individuals that we refer to as friends, but let us not forget Oxford definition.
Denise.
A person whom one knows and with whom one has a bond of mutual affection. Tell me, people, how long do you think an individual with an impressionable mind, like a teenager, how long can they associate with, hang out, have a bond of mutual affection and not be influenced by a liar, a thief, someone who smokes or consumes alcohol? Trust me when I tell you that you keeping bad company will eventually corrupt your character. How long can one survive before they become a product of the environment? Maya Angelou said it best. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. You cannot hang around with someone who's always romanticizing the idea of going into a store and stealing something or robbing the place and somehow think that it won't eventually affect you. You may not necessarily turn out to be a thief, but they may choose to live out this fantasy while they're in your company. Next thing, they're running and you start running too, and just like that, you become an accessory or end up being shot because of the company you keep. Within the Orthodox Jewish faith, a divorced woman is no longer welcome within the same circles that she socialized in as a married woman. When I first heard this, I said, that's just plain stupid. But check this. She now has the potential to spread her poison into the minds of her married friends. How you ask? Let me explain. This. Hear this. Girl, I couldn't wait to get out of that marriage. You have absolutely no idea how happy I am now. I don't have to cook. I don't have to listen to anybody telling me what to do. I could come and go as I please. I could talk to whomever I want. I don't have to put up with those children all the time. And here's the icing on the cake, people. I got a new boyfriend. And tell me how long before her toxicity begins to seep into the minds of her married friends. Before long, they too will be sitting before a judge, signing divorce papers. Watch the company you keep. Watch how you're being influenced by them. Panelists, have any of you ever been affected by someone's toxic language?
Of course. Let's say that location is key where company is concerned. And even though I was not shouting those words out, what ended up happening was because I was in close proximity, I was considered part of the crew. And then news will carry back to your parents. I see him hanging out with these fellas over here, and these fellas have problems. And then that would lead to having warm sensations on where you sit. Needless to say.
It took a while, but I catch it.
You could have a future in politics. That's true. You're so careful with your words, man. Damn. There are people that you enter a room, whether it's co-workers or certain family members with whom you don't allow yourself too much exposure. You walk into the room and it's like there's no air in the room. You just know that there was nothing positive being said before you entered, and that energy is palpable, you know. And if it's coworkers, I distance myself. If it's family, I distance myself. I have no problem doing that at all. Immediately, can't breathe in that type of space. So, yeah. But I some people stick through it and try to maneuver. I don't. I exit whatever the space is.
I think the other thing too is that we're all at that, you know, at certain ages you're impressionable, your formative years. You have to learn as you go. So you might feel a certain way but not understand why. And you know, and as you get older and as you socialize, now you can actually start carving out a little thing. Oh yeah, well I don't really mix over here. I mix here, you know. But what have you? You got to figure it out as you know. You learn, and you grow from it. Now I do have friends that and which is a really short, very short list. I may not see them for 2, 3, 4 years. Have no conversation, nothing. And when we meet, it's like we're picking up from where we left off. You know, those are friends. Now, company, of course, is a different kind of thing. But sometimes there's a thin line between the friend and the company. You know, it could sort of work with you or it could mess with you, because if one of the friends and them not really handling this thing right, then it can affect you being in a certain, you know, circuit. So it's a learning experience as you go.
But what do you use to differentiate though for someone to end up in that exclusive category, that zone that's called friendship zone? Is it a matter of time spent with an individual? Is it a matter of an individual proving themselves to be something other than? What is it for you?
There's a time factor to it. There's a time factor to it because you know, I think what Karin was talking about is that like a gut instinct. Sometimes you have this gut instinct where a flag will go on in terms of, okay, there's a positive flag or it's a negative flag. So if you hang around this person and it's like a now thing, and you know those little red flags keep going, there's a good chance that your gut is saying something to you. But you have those that in their walk, their talk, their daily thing, you know, you could sort of like, you know, this is a cool person, and you kind of form a little bond. Actually, you bond without even realizing that you're bonding with this person, and but you have a friendship, and you know, go ahead, Karin.
No, it's quality and time for me. I had someone about 2 years ago that I thought we vibed so beautifully. We just flowed. Very open person, but then I started to pick up on. I'm a very good judge of character, and sometimes I give the benefit of the doubt. Maybe I'm a little sensitive. I'm a Pisces. I pick up all these sensations all the time from people. But when I realized, no, Pisces feel everything. We feel everything in a space. Everything.
You feel the current.
Good and bad. But I was trying to convince myself that it was just me. Like, I'm just a little sensitive, so let me, you know, give the benefit of the doubt. But then I realized that she was willing to discuss all the details of a past friendship, bad things within the about that person. My feeling on friendship is whatever we confided in each other, or you confided in me, stays in confidence, regardless of if, you know, the friendship comes to an end. I don't just like off at the mouth to anybody about what happened to you 10 years ago, 5 years ago. I can't do that, and I don't respect anyone who does it. Straight up, I really don't. And I heard that person go through an epistle of things about someone who was her best friend for quite some time, and I thought, you're going to do this to me. We can't.
Dr. Judith?
We can't go on.
Dr. Judith, toxicity in quote unquote friends. toxic conversations. How do you handle that?
I, at this very circumspect moment, feel that friendship is a blouse and skirt problems, a waste of energy.
Stop it.
It is a pain.
No.
I've gone to the place where I feel that it's not having friends. I do no longer have to worry about sending birthday cards and stuff.
Lord.
It's too much work.
No.
It takes too much energy. I don't want anybody to fertilate themselves with me anymore.
Fertilate the backside. No, stop it, man.
Enough is enough.
No. Real friendship.
Listen.
I was just going to say that, Karen. People who are a friend, they don't have to get a card from you for birthday. And
you.
You chose to do that work. It depends on your definition of friendship.
Absolutely does.
Okay. Let me say this. Karen just said something, and I'm very fertilated by this. Karen just said something about, she said, if you were friends and you talk, let me tell you something about talking about people. What I don't like with people, I don't have a problem with anybody talking about me. Just don't lie on me. And I know people will tell me, oh, I love you, and they talk about me like a dog. No, let me change that. They lie on me. I don't have a problem with you talking about me as long as you're speaking the truth. And I grew up with a very different attitude about people. And I hear people, oh, that's my friend you're talking about. I don't think I know that many people who I love hard. I love people hard. Sorry.
She loves hard. Okay, not soft.
No, seriously. I love people hard. I take people seriously. That's why this gentleman has been around so long. You understand? I take people seriously.
The one down there? That one down there?
That one down there, sir.
Okay.
One of our glasses, I'm trying to make him look like he has sense. But it does not mean that I will never say anything negative about him. That to me is irrational. Because the people that you love have negatives in them. And there are times that you will be irritated or hurt or whatever, that you'll say something. For me, it doesn't mean that I no longer love the person or care about them, respect them. It means that at that point, they irritated the crap out of me. And I'm human. I'll say, boy, Curtis is a pain in the whatever, or Sheila or whatever. And what I find is that people say, oh, I can't say that, you can't say that about your friend. Friendship does not mean that you deny the negative truth about people. It is a misconception. It's a fallacy. It's a joke.
There's a difference between saying something about your friend and disclosing private matters.
That's a different story. That's a different story. Okay. No, I don't believe in that. Okay. I don't believe in that. I mean, no, that I don't believe in at all. Let me tell you something. People tell me things that I've often said, especially the last few years. I could start World War III, 4, and 5 by saying the things that I know or people have told me about themselves and other people. If I were a careless, uncaring person, I'd just blurt out anything. That I agree. Just to talk people's secrets. No, that's inexcusable.
Let me talk for a minute about the gossipers. Those people who always ready to tell you some juicy secret they heard about something or about somebody. Whenever somebody come to me and say, yo, such and such say such and such, they come and they tell me such and such about you. I'm looking now and I'm scratching my head and I say, why did they feel so comfortable telling you?
All right.
I may not say it, but that's the first thing that goes through my head. What is it about you that they felt comfortable enough to come and tell you?
Right.
Maybe it's something else that they know about you, that you participate in this same type of behavior, and you all are two kins. It was a sort of kinship. That they know that you are a person that would, like a sponge, you would absorb that kind of information because you love to hear it. And if you love to hear it, there's a chance that you also love to spread it.
Right.
So the very same token that they came and they told you, and you couldn't wait to come tell me, I'm asking myself, who else did you tell before you tell me? And who else are you going to tell after you tell me this secret about me? So I really don't want to hear about it. What somebody said about me, I don't care. That's none of my business.
There is a teacher that I work with. I no longer say she's a child of the devil. I believe she's the devil himself. I think the devil reports to her. One of the most vicious human beings I've ever known in my life. And this woman gossips about anything and everything and anybody and everybody. There's a website where you can go and hear about events that happen among teachers and administrators, I guess, all this stuff. And so, you know what she says? Oh, guys, if you really want to hear some stuff, get yourself some popcorn and tune into that website so you can hear the stuff that's going on. I have never gone to the website. This is about 2 years now. She's been advertising. If you get some popcorn, the popcorn part is what gets me. I said, this little wench should take it like it's a joke. She loves gossip. She has lied on me in that classroom, lied on me to the point that some weeks ago she tried to get me to lose my job. She actually told my assistant principal she wants me out of the classroom because of a negative vibe.
Mercy.
No, the fact of the matter is that there's a friend of mine that, well, we were friends before, whatever, that works with her. She knew to some extent what this woman was doing, but she never spoke up. She's born, like you said, she's born March 12th. Her name is Christy. And Christy is sitting there with this woman, knowing that they're both Caucasians, knowing to some extent that this woman got a grouse against me. She don't say a word to the woman. And then she did some very untoward things towards me. And I found out and I told her straight to her face. I said, you and I will no longer be friends. I can't trust you. Because if you knew this much that this woman was against me, you should have said something. This much. But she knew more than this much. But for some reason, it satisfied her.
Where was her loyalty?
She had a grouse against me.
She had no loyalty to you.
She had, and she'll tell you, I don't repeat, which apparently she doesn't. I don't repeat anything you say. I don't repeat anything that people say. You know, anything you say to me, she'll say, what is it that you said again? She prides herself on not repeating what you tell her. Yeah, but you're sitting there with this woman having a war against me and you're grinning in her face. So what I'm saying is that this friendship has become such a dull thing to me. I'm so disinterested in it now. Like tonight at the graduation festivities, some people are talking to me, and I'm telling you, I don't hear 3/4 of what they're saying because people are so full of doo-doo. People talking to you, and they don't mean what they say, and the judges go zing over my head. I'm saying, Judith, it looked bad. I had no interest because instinctively I knew they were talking trash. So
But you know, I have a superpower too. You know, I have a superpower.
What is that?
I can look you dead in your face, square in your eye, and don't hear a word coming out of your mouth.
I'm sure.
I can tune you out, especially when people start with that yeah, and that I look at you and don't hear a word that you say. I will tune you out.
So let me just jump in here. We're talking about watch the company you keep. We seem to be judging on the friendship side. I know there's a thin line there, but I most see it as being in a certain location, and location don't necessarily mean physically by the junction. But I think location. Say for example, you're on a strip mall and you own one of those buildings, and a franchise that attracts a lot of people has moved into that section, and now the traffic. There's a certain type of traffic coming, but because you're a part of this strip mall, then some of that good traffic comes to you, because now they come there and they see, well, let's say Chick-fil-A, for example. You have Chick-fil-A has long lines where you see them, but because they're in a certain vicinity and it attracts so many people, you know, the other businesses there can get a little benefit from it. So in that case, you're